Howdy there, folks. How are y'all doing? My name is Reese. Welcome back to another episode of our Tekkit Legends of the Blade Adventure, where we're going through Tekkit Legends as quick as we can. It's 25. Seeing how far we can go in 25 episodes, 25 minutes each, released over the course of 25 hours, celebrating the anniversary of my video content on the YouTube. I think that's a good enough explanation. We need glowstone. We're doing exactly what we set out to do at the end of the last episode. We're trying to make an energy collector MK1. And we need glowstone for that. How much glowstone for that, you're wondering? 6, exactly the amount that I made. It's almost as if I know what I'm doing sometimes. Throw that back in there. Let's teach that to the system so we can get more of those later if we need to. We're going to need a furnace and a glass. I think we've already got glass down there. And a furnace. Struck me sideways. Well, we've got a collection of them over here, so we'll just break that. I wouldn't be surprised if these had things in them. They don't, but I wouldn't have been surprised if they did. So now we can get more furnaces later if we need to. This is exciting! This is our first step towards a large... Okay, well, I was about to do an Obi-Wan quote about our first steps into a wider world, or something like that. A larger world, a bigger world, a greater world, and your father killed younglings with that lightsaber. There we go. Excellent. Look, we got an achievement. Achievement get. They're called advancements now because new Minecraft is dumb. Can I make a back door? Oh my gosh, how infinitely useless was that, considering we don't even... I mean, if we jump from this kind of height, we're going to injure ourselves. Oh, there we go, I fixed the problem. No, I've made it worse. Immediately made it worse. There we go, back door. This is what we've been needing all this time. It's a good, solid back door. Let's get some planks. I'm about to make it even better here. Look at that. Oh, it's just like regular wood. That's boring. Okay, no, it's all good. Here we go. Boom. Now we can get in and out the back a lot quicker. So if you were wondering what I'm going to do with this here energy collector, I'm just going to throw it down right here. It should be getting full sun. Yeah, perfect. And it'll automatically output its energy into here. So you can see that passive energy generation going on even when dirt isn't being piped in there. Dirt is actually slower than just the solar energy. So that's good. That's a good step in the right direction. Now we just need to make a lot more of them. We'll leave that there. I mean, right now all it's creating is charcoal, but charcoal is useful. We need charcoal to keep these here Stirling engines running. We got to keep the Stirling engines running so that we continue to get this thing running. And we need to prepare for the future with this thing because pretty soon we're going to be processing ores out here. And for that, we might as well move our entire furnace contraption out here. I thought about making an entirely second setup, but that seems like a bit of a waste of time. Are you on lossless mode? I forgot how to put you on lossless mode. Did we ever determine that? Hello, game? Do I need to go? Pretty sure we went into the setup and we changed it, but then we found that the setup resets every time I log back in because it's dumb. What have we got? Alt key is left menu. Where even is that on the keyboard? Left menu? There's no such thing. Boost key? Hub expand. Mode switch key is on M. Can I put that on button 5 instead? Can I reset whatever that is? Left control. That makes more sense, quite honestly. Button 5, mode switch key. Well, that's not working. Was I looking at Industrial Craft 2 there even? I don't even know. I see 2. Yeah, I was. Okay, well maybe it's Alt key. We'll put that on button 5 then. Do I need to be shifting while I... Shrek it. We're just going to break these, and if they don't break the way I want them to, so be it. Where did they all go? Did they all get sucked into hoppers? We still have a generator. We still have an electric furnace. We still have a macerator. Maybe there is low lossless mode. Maybe I'm thinking of just a different mod pack. I don't think that I am. Maybe. Okay. We'll leave that down there. I don't have the patience to break it. We will break the rest of this, though, and we'll take it all outside. Oh my gosh, this is very slow. Okay, we're going to move all of this outside. We've got our generator, and we're possibly going to need to build a second generator. Maybe a solar panel, maybe, to power all of this stuff so we're not burning fuel all of the time and wasting EMC. That might be a good one. All right, so we want to go into probably some sort of... Yeah, into the alchemical chest, I guess, would make sense. So, shrek me, we're going to need some more pipage for this. Because I don't want to have it go directly into the chest. I want there to be a little bit of a buffer. This does look a bit silly. We could probably fix this and make it look a little bit better. Not right now, obviously, because I've got other things on my mind. To get a little bit of that. That's way too many of those. We're so low on EMC right now. What am I supposed to do with nether quartz if I'm not supposed to Oh, I can't click uses and look at the uses for it? No, I can't. All right, well, we'll never know what we're supposed to do with nether quartz then. Why not? Oh, there it goes. We just couldn't do it in that particular menu. I thought you could put this... Okay, we can smelt it, but we can't put it into No, okay, apparently not. That goes straight into a smelter. Well, we can't get that out of our quarry anyway, because our quarry's not in the nether. You can set up quarries in the nether. I don't recommend it. I did it. Things blow up. It's really risky. It's chaos, honestly. All right, so out of the green line, that's where we're going to go. That's where we're going to want our ores to go, and then they're going to go into here. And then from there, we want... Let's just use the quartz for this. Why not? So on top of that, we're going to put our generator, electric furnace, our macerator. So we're pretty much using the exact same setup as before. And can I not place this? Why can I not place this? Why? It's literally... Why is shift not working? Did shift get put on something else by mistake? Where are my movement keys? What is wrong with this game? I don't... Sneak is on left control. Left shift? Okay. None of my keys are working. Why are none of my... What the heck? I literally... What? Am I not... What? I'm getting kind of outraged right now, game. Why are you doing this to me? Sprint. Okay. Hold on a second. Sprint on left shift. And then I want... Where's my other movement key? Miscellaneous modular movement. I want you to be on left control. What else is on left control? Boost key. Boost key needs to be on something else. Can I put it on 5? You're on 5 now. There we go. I don't know what it does. There we go. There, that problem sorted. Fixed it, everybody. Everything is fine now. Everything is awesome. Electric furnace. A boop. Perfect. Now, we need to extract out of the electric furnace and into here. And if I had been more clever about the way I set this up, I can envision now a system in which the electronic furnace would just have a hopper on the bottom of it, feeding right into here. You know? But I wasn't clever about it. Do you think I can risk just wrenching it all down again? Something's going to break this time, isn't it? We just broke both of those. Which one was it? Yeah. Yep. We've lost our macerator. Dang flabbit. Oh well. There's the electric furnace. It's there now. We've got these pipe plugs, and they're actually coming in handy. Want to get rid of that. Or, I guess we could just pipe plug it. And then the way we're going to end up configuring this is probably going to be with the macerator. Wait a minute. There's my macerator! It didn't get turned into a generator. It went into a hopper. The generator was our generator in my inventory this whole time. Wow, what a twist. What an absolute twist. So we're going to put that there. And then I need to get on top of all of this somehow. Do I have any just random blocks I can use for building? Nether quartz. Yeah, that'll work. That'll work just fine. There we go. So that's going to go... What? There. And then that's going to go up here. This is getting ridiculous, isn't it? This tower we've got... Okay, and then finally, we're going to pipe items in to there. We're going to plug right there. I'm so pleased. I'm so very pleased. So when we finally get to the ores, the ones that can be broken down, turned into ingots with an EMC value, are going to go to the top of this stack. Now, that does need power, and we do have a generator for that purpose, but you know what we don't have is power cables. I neglected those. Let's put our generator down right there, and I'll go get some power cables. I'll go get the ones that we were using for the setup beforehand. No reason not to. Maybe I'll get some Aethernalis fuel. Why not? You know, it's the best money can buy. Wait a minute. Where are the power cables? Oh, you know what? We weren't using any before. That's right. I had it just configured so that all the machines were touching, and that was working fine. Let's get charcoal, because that's sort of the preferred fuel at the moment. And then for cables, we've got 14 of them down here. The setup I've got right now, if I'd been thinking about it, I could have incorporated the generator into it. Where could I have put it? Probably right here. We could still do that if we wanted to put the generator there. But then we'd be running the pipes out of the top, and we would be losing access to the green pipe on the sorter. And I'd rather not lose access to that green pipe. I want to have access to all of the different sorting options here. I mean, we've already lost blue by having it be the sort of the accepting valve here. So we'll leave the generator back there. It doesn't hurt anything. We'll have copper cables running the electricity to here and to up there. And we'll put a bit of charcoal in there. How are we doing? 24, 12? Oh gosh. 28 and 31. Okay. Just want to keep everything powered up here. Now we're going to need a sampling of all of the different ores, and it looks like this is still taking its sweet time. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go empty my inventory, and I'm going to head deep underground, past the bedrock, but don't dig straight down. You'll regret that. Although now I feel brave, equipped with my spade, to roam in these caves. Come on, you guys know what I'm talking about. You guys know what I'm referencing. No, we are going to go mine some ores, though, so we'll have them for reference. And then that way we can be done with the quarry this episode. Don't have to think about it anymore. It'll all be set up to run more or less efficiently. Hopefully more. And am I missing anything? Oh, you know what? Torches. We need torches. You can't head underground without torches. I mean, I do it all the time, but then I usually remember when I get deep, deep underground, kind of like we are now, when it's at its most inconvenient to go back up and get it. Oh, it's getting dark outside. I feel like I shouldn't go mining at night. I think there's a song about that, but I also think I've pretty heavily criticized that song in the past for not making any sense, because why wouldn't you go mine at night? It's always dark underground. Also, we're going to go fix something outside here. I just realized when it's dark, oh my gosh, look at all those skeletons out there, freaky. This bad boy is going to stop functioning. This is going to drastically slow down. But if I throw a little light on the situation, look at that. Hey, that's what we want to see. Good. We'll leave that going. Yeah, look, I know you're looking at that cave, and you're feeling kind of brave. Go to bed, it'll be all right. Don't mine at night. It doesn't make sense. I mean, it rhymes, sounds good, it's a great music video. Dancing skeletons, love it. But it's dark in the cave regardless of what time of day. Just go mine it. That's what I'm doing. There's nothing else to do during the day. In fact, that's usually what I end up doing if I'm playing Minecraft and it ends up getting dark outside. You know, I'll just go mine at night because, you know, if I don't have a bed, it's something to do. And it's usually a bit safer depending on where you're mining. If you're like digging under your house or something. Okay, so we need copper. You know, we need all the basics. I'm not sure what to do with these because I think they require like a different machine. So I'm just looking for sort of the basics here. Got some tin. Maybe we should just collect some of this ourselves, just while we're down here. And then, you know, we can feed it into the system when we get upstairs. You know, just kind of help the system out a little bit. We're certainly currently digging faster than the quarry, but the quarry can clear a lot more space than I can. I mean, unless I did just walk in a straight line, you know, like this, mining things up. But that could get really old really fast. You folks have to watch all of these, and I don't want to subject you to that. Or maybe I do. Maybe I'm a cruel person. And that's my idea of a funny gag, just making you sit here and watch me for an entire episode, just mine. But then, you're not really watching to watch me mine, you're watching to listen to my incredible commentary, which has been going on for 8 years now? I keep saying 8 years, I think it's 8. I think I did 7 years later last year, where I talked about, ironically, how I had like a breakdown from this series, how it was too much for me too quickly. If you haven't watched my 7-year anniversary video, I strongly recommend it. Basically, the gist of it is, though, I got very, very popular very, very quickly from this series, my original Tekkit Legends series, and I was just not used to that, and the amount of sort of stress and strain it put on me. I began to freak out at people. You know, like, if you were around back then, you'll remember it. Me starting off episodes of Tekkit Legends, just like, look, I know you like Tekkit Legends, but stop commenting on things that aren't Tekkit Legends. Asking for Tekkit Legends. I've got to make a new episode every day. People love it. Oh my gosh, it's so popular and successful. Oh my gosh, that really wore me down. You know, people wonder why I was so anxious to get rid of that pack and be done with it. But at the same time, I didn't feel like I could leave it. You know, I had some sort of strange and I felt like I somehow owed it to people, or, you know, if I stopped playing it, all of the newfound success would die, so we kind of kept going back to it with the last season. Well, Tekkit Texan was sort of a mix of that. It was me unwilling to end a series I'd grown tired of, but not wanting to sort of lose the success I'd gotten off of it. But at the same time, I didn't want to hate Tekkit, and I didn't want to, stop playing Tekkit. I just wanted to sort of reinvent it and make it more fun for me, while, also continuing to make something that was, at the time, very popular, or the most popular thing I'd ever done on my channel. I hadn't done... Actually, I think I had made that GTA 5 video at that point. I think it came out well before Tekkit Legends. It took longer to take off. But, at the time, most successful thing on my channel, and I didn't want to stop it, but I didn't want to be bored with it, so I tried to kind of reinvent it, and that got a huge negative backlash. People hated Tekkit Texan. I'm sure if I had just continued... Here's the thing, right? It's all optics. If I had just continued playing Tekkit Legends exactly the same as if I'd done the Tekkit Texan series without renaming it, without sort of retheming it, no one would have complained. It would have gone on just like, all the previous episodes. It would have been just as liked or disliked by the various people who liked or disliked it. There would have been no drama. But because I changed the name, oh, I don't like this as much. It was better before. It was the same thing. It was the same thing. There was no difference. The difference was I changed the name. It reminds me a lot of when I changed, the channel name. I legitimately had people losing their minds. Like, you can't rename the channel. Well, why? The content doesn't change. It's the same content. It literally, it does not matter. It's nothing else is changing aside from the fact that I'm no longer calling myself Cub because it doesn't make sense. I mean, it started with Brushyat Cub. That was a terrible username that I got by accident from Microsoft when I made my Xbox Live account. I never liked it. It was just sort of what I was saddled with, and for some reason I named my YouTube channel that because I was a fool. And I finally shook free of that, and people lost their minds. Like, how dare you continue to be the exact same person, making the exact same content, but no longer calling yourself by that stupid name? Unbelievable. So that was dumb. And at least I was prepared for it, though, when I changed and moved away from Cub. Well, it's not even my name. It was, again, a continuation of that horrible username I got by accident for Microsoft. What's... My actual name is Reese. Excuse me for wanting to be called my actual name. Oh my goodness. I'm just venting right now. I hope you folks don't mind a good solid vent for a bit. Now, mining does this. Mining... Usually if I'm playing a Minecraft mod pack, even if I'm doing it for a recording, if I know I'm doing a lot of mining and, there's no real reason to talk during it, I'll turn on a podcast. But, in a situation like this where it's 25 minutes, there can't be any breaks, there can't be any cuts, can't be any edits. I just feel like I keep talking and there's sort of like a filter on normally that's been turned off. It's referred to as Lego chat by Sips and Shin in their old Tekkit series, and Jen and I have called it that as well, when you're just talking but you're not really thinking through what you're saying, and that's sort of when I become my most open and I start to vent about frustrating things that make no sense to me. And that's just one of them. People get oddly attached to things for nonsensical reasons. It just never made sense to me to be upset about those things. It's not as though my username was even iconic in any way. Cub. One of the big reasons I wanted to change it was because there were so many other people who were named Cub there's so many other channels named Cub on YouTube, and so many of them were, they owned the name a little bit better, or they had some unique reason behind it. I didn't. It was just a terrible name that Xbox had given me. I was like, well, we'll get rid of that. We'll not even name the channel after myself. We'll name it Howdy Folks. It'll be a brand thing, and that made sense because I've been saying Howdy Folks at the start of my videos for ages now, and yeah, that fits. And then it sort of leaves it open to not just being about me. I can bring in people like Jenna or my brother, my other friends, and I can be called Reese because that's the name my parents gave me, and it's the name that I really like. You meet people on occasion like, I wish I could rename myself. Well, you can go to Deedpoll, but they don't, because they don't actually want to rename themselves. They just sort of, I don't know why they say it, but I really like my name, and if I had to choose my own name, I would still call myself Reese. And, yeah, I don't know. I feel like I'm just blabbering. Well, of course that's what I'm doing. That's all I've been doing throughout all of these episodes, just sort of yammering on and on. What have we got in here? We've got a pretty good sampling. There's going to be some more ores that we'll have to sort through later. But for now, we'll go ahead and take these up there. We're going to need to overclock the macerator to make sure it keeps up with how much is being extracted from the quarry. I think that at this current speed the quarry's going, though, I don't really see it being a big issue. But I don't want it to become a big issue. I want it to... That's the reason I stuck that massive chest on top of the hopper, was so we'd have a big old space for, like, backlog in case we do hit a rich deposit of multiple different types of ore. I didn't want it to, fall behind in any way. So I don't expect that to be a thing that happens. But at the same time, it definitely won't be a thing that happens. Now, what was that? Did y'all hear that? I heard an ender fellow. All right, so out of the green one, we want to put iron. That's red. That's the red pipe. Out of the green pipe, we want to put iron, gold, tin, copper, more tin? Different tin, though. I wonder if it matters, or is Ore Dictionary good enough to know? Oh, I don't know. Let's put in just the one tin for now, and we'll see what happens. We didn't find any silver when we were down there. But I'm going to hold on to this other tin, and we'll see whether or not we get other tin inside of here. Speaking of which, look at that. Not speaking of, or, you don't know what I'm trying to say here. Speaking of things that aren't getting sorted. Down the black chute, we could put flint, gravel. Zombie brains aren't really something I expect to see a lot of in there. So we're not going to throw them in because I don't want it taking up space unnecessarily. Sapphire we might end up with. Sapphire can go right down to the bottom. And we can go ahead and manually put that in there. And then the rest of this we can throw in here and get started. Yellerite. What happens to that? Uses inside of a macerator gives us crushed. And then we can smelt that into... Yeah, okay. Put the yellorium in there too. I don't think we have yellorium ingot sample though. Oh. We might want to grab one of those when it comes out. I'm just going to sit here and wait for it. Or would it go right here? It would go right there. Can I grab it? Right now it's doing 10. When it's done with 10, though, am I quick enough to grab a yellorium? Yeah, by the way, 10 dust, as you can tell, does not have an EMC value. To the person who asked me that a long time ago. There's the answer to your question. Oh, it's going to be doing 10 for a while. Oh, I see. It was just pulling them into here. Okay, well, I could take that inside and just smelt it up real quick, and we can get a sampling of it. The reason I want to do this is so I'll have... we'll have some uranium that we can EMC later if we need to. Can I get a piece of coal? Oh, right, coal pieces aren't a thing. Okay, well, we'll just waste a whole piece of coal on it then. Good, so we'll have some EMC-able uranium later. Not to be confused with this uranium. What happens with that if we... Compressors are our only option, so otherwise it's just a bit useless. Well, that's going to accelerate things at an even greater pace. Let's take out some of this charcoal, and let's make sure everything is still fed up and running. Not fed up as in getting frustrated with, but you know what I mean, like topped off. And it looks like so far, so good. Everything is full. Lapis is something we're eventually going to mine up, so I need to put that up here. Eventually, what we'll probably end up having to do... Oh, you know what? So is coal. Coal is definitely something. We might have to get, another line coming off of this thing. Possibly coming out of this side and also going down into the energy condenser. Let's throw these objects in there for now. Get rid of that stone, too. So this is going well. This is going really well. Can we create blocks of charcoal? We need to go in here to crafting. So that's philosopher's stone, crafting. You can create a charcoal block. That might be more useful for powering these. We might need to go do that. That would make more sense to chock these full of charcoal. Why are we running all the way back to the house to craft, by the way? It seems like we're doing so much more out here. It kind of makes more sense to move everything outside at this point. All right, how are we doing on EMC, though? Do you reckon we're getting close to having enough to, let's see, blocks of charcoal. Yeah, we are actually really close to having enough to get another energy collector. So we will get, well, a stack of those. Cool, but that's a lot of EMC. Hold on a minute. Let's go get all the charcoal out of here. Maybe we ought to have it turning into diamonds instead. Or better yet, make charcoal blocks. Hey, yes, do it, do it. Perfect. And then once we have a stack of that's worth 18,000. So once we've got quite a bit of it, what do we got there? 10 ingot? Once we've got quite a bit of it, we can head inside and probably make ourselves another energy condenser. Not another energy condenser, I'm sorry, another energy collector. We might need another condenser, though, because I've realized now space is getting tight around this one. We're going to have to move this eventually to add another line off the back here. So we're going to need just like a separate... Whoa, okay, well, we're done for today. Thank you folks for watching. God bless you. I'll see you later. Bye.